U.S. government to explore the potential of people's minds.
I just saw it as a route I could possibly explore as a second career.
Oh yeah. So we could talk about that later.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. So everyone basically returns to their business. Dante, you've found the rituals that you wanted after a bit of searching.
Yeah.
And you've ultimately read over them. Was there anything else particular you wanted to do, since that was a very quick action that you were after?
Book a bus to Willow Springs.
Ooh, okay. So you are booking a bus to Willow Springs. Let me go ahead and scroll down real quick. Dante, you approach Willow Springs via bus. It's taken a bit, but at least you didn't have to drive or take seat in a truck for a while. As you arrive, the bus station here first has a stop just outside of town, over by the mechanic shop. And you can't help but notice that there's a few people out there who are trying to flag you down. It looks like a rhino, a monkey, and a gecko. And you recognize them as Clayton, Roy, and Carmen.
And Carmen. Which one is which?
One moment here, please. All right, there we go. Let's see. Clayton is the rhino, Roy is the monkey, and Carmen is the gecko. You will also recognize that the mechanic shop also is the one that Albert Harvey happens to own.
Right, so I'm already assuming that the bad news is that Albert, one, can't tell what colors are, and all the other things that went wrong in our last phone call. Yes, what is it? Do I know who you are?
Oliver, come on off the bus. We need to speak with you. We knew you'd be coming back to town.
Sorry, who is Oliver?
Each of them crosses their arms at you and gives you a familiar childhood glare.
And I feel like I was in the middle of stepping off the bus, but I've grabbed onto the side of the bus now and I've stepped back. Who are you?
Clayton will reach over and will take you the last step off of the bus.
Oh, Clayton Bright. Okay, now I know who we are.
Yeah. These are your friends, the survivors. Well, it's good to see you again, Oliver, but
don't call me Oliver. Never call me Oliver.
All right. What was it you're going by? I think Wanda said it was like Dirk or something.
Dante the original. Always Dante. I mean, these people are
Dante.
what? These people are what, like 18, 17 years old now?
Yeah, maybe about 20.
Yeah. Whereas I am a 55, 56-year-old man. My childhood friends.
Roy will look at you and go, we got worried about Wanda. We haven't seen her all morning. We usually go over to her place and have breakfast with Elise, but she said Wanda had already gone out to see us. Carmine then interjects and will say, I went to check around the neighborhood as well, and I didn't see her at all. She couldn't possibly be hiding around anywhere. She's gone.
What about that loudmouth kid? The one that had a crush on her?
Which one are you talking about?
I don't remember. I didn't write down his name. You remember I did mesmerism on him because they were going to run away together?
Oh, you mean the little boy?
Yeah.
That was for the young Claudia.
Oh, sorry.
Who is the 10-year-old.
My list is full of names.
Trust me, I understand.
Never mind, it's a different person. I have been away for a very long time. Have you spoke? I imagine since you're here, you have not spoken to her father yet. Oh, I'm sorry, her brother. Her brother. God, it is so hard to remember things when you're old.
Only a little bit, but he says he hasn't seen her either. Something
Okay,
weird going on.
so he's here. That's good.
Yeah, he works here.
Oh, I know, but I was very concerned that he was stupid. That he was going to do things that I told him not to do.
Carbon will kind of grin a little bit and go, it's like, yeah, I'm worried about how stupid he is too, but...
Right. I mean, he has not changed in 30 plus years.
But Clayton will go ahead and say it's like something also seems very strange and out of place in the past couple days. Every time ever since we've gotten home, we've been trying to reconnect with some people around town. Anyone who hasn't left anyway. But lots of people that we thought should have known us just seem to have forgotten us. And we thought we just weren't remembering for a bit at first, or I did. I mean, no one really wants to remember me, but I think something strange is occurring. We talked to some people that we just seen the day before, and they don't even remember us then.
Your parents still remember you, yes?
They do, yes. That's been the silver lining of everything.
Right, and what about...
He didn't remember me.
I'm sorry, who was that?
There's...
Sorry, Griff, you're breaking up on me. I can't hear what you're saying.
I think your microphone got cut off entirely there.
No, I said that you were breaking up on me and I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Okay, cool. What was the last thing that you got?
I asked you a question and I never heard a response.
Alright, so what's the question?
The question that you were literally replying to, that I didn't hear the response.
Oh, so you didn't hear the entire spiel then?
I guess not, because I didn't... I heard... and then nothing from you.
Ah, dang. Okay. Let me clear my throat and try again. Ugh. Clayton will say that the town has gotten stranger in the past couple days, and ever since they've gone home, with the people they've been trying to reconnect with, people seem like they don't know who they are. Even people that they had talked to just the day before.
Okay, most of that I already heard. The last part was new. So the last thing I had asked was about their parents, and they said yes, and then you were saying something else, and I didn't hear that.
Okay,
part.
so that was the question I need to answer then. The answer was, from Clayton was, yeah, of course they do. That's the silver lining to it all. I don't know how I'd feel if they didn't remember us.
Right, and I remember you. And I'm not your parents. Just old enough to be.
That's true. It's true.
Does it seem... Here, hold on a second. Let me get off the bus.
Yeah, I think the driver's getting a little impatient there.
Yes, but he's paid to wait. It's good.
You could just hear sort of a snort from the boar inside the bus.
I don't care.
But he'll go ahead and continue on his route after letting you off.
Do you find that the people that do not remember you are younger or older? Well, they'd have to be older. They're all older now.
They will sort of collectively think for a minute. And Carmen will say, "No, I don't think so. It's sort of anyone around here, really."
Right, but you say that your parents still remember you. But everybody that you would try to reconnect with are all older people because you could not reconnect with younger people. It is now impossible.
But would they just forget us the next day?
Well, you're talking about reconnecting, which means that these are people that you knew.
Well, yeah, for old people from back when we were at school.
Right. I mean, you are talking about old people. If I'm assuming People from school would be my age now. People my age do forget things.
Yeah, but I tried telling them about the teachers that we shared, and they didn't seem to remember who those were either.
I was about to emote with an accent. I'm gonna let out a sigh. Well, take me to someone then. Let me see. Maybe it could just be memory. But if they don't remember me, then I guess maybe it could be something more. Let me see this with my own eyes and ears.
Oh, okay. And as you're about to finish up there, you see a familiar bear stepping out in overalls and wiping oil from his fingers. It's Albert Harvey. Oi, hey, Dante.
See, this is what I say. You say that I am Dante. This is my name now.
Yeah, hey, how you doing?
Albert, you remember... Oh, wait, I'm sorry, I've forgotten your names. Albert, you tell me who these are. You remember them, right?
Well, yeah, they keep kicking around my house all the time.
Yes.
It's Clayton, it's Roy, and it's Carmen.
See, he remembers you.
What's this about?
Hold on one moment, Albert. What say
They
you
aren't
lot?
bothering you, are they? They've been here all morning.
Well,
They're just bored.
one would wonder why they were here when I just, on the spur of the moment, grabbed a bus.
Oh, so you called ahead, I see.
No, did not. In fact, now I'm even more curious why 3 people from my past suddenly are at the bus stop of a bus I did not announce.
But anyway, you should call me more often anyway. It's been like, what, a couple weeks?
To be fair, Albert, conversations over the phone are most difficult with you.
What do you mean? It's not like we've ever talked on the phone before. Come on, we could talk about things.
We have talked on the phone before, in fact, just a week ago. Do you not remember?
In character, you called him yesterday.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. What does he say
Oh,
to what I said, though?
What he says to you is like, what are you talking about? You haven't even come to visit. Look, I know if maybe you're like a little phone shy, or maybe you don't have one. I guess not everyone does, but if you wanted to come around to dinner sometime, that'd be fine. Maybe a bit better than talking over the phone.
I am here on business, Albert. I do not think that I have time for a communal visit.
Oh, what are you here for?
The things that we spoke on the phone about.
What things?
That-
You never called. You didn't hear what I said.
I heard what you said. We had a phone call. I talked to you about...
If you
Sorry, you were about to say
say
something.
so.
I do. Are you saying that I'm a liar?
I'm saying maybe you're putting a little performance to make me feel better.
Are you saying that lying to you makes you feel better?
That wouldn't be the first time I heard you do that.
Really?
I remember back in school.
I think not so much, Albert. I think that I should get back to my business now. I turned back to the other 30. Albert here seems to remember you, so I think that perhaps there is no problem.
You guys got a problem? Need me to do anything? Okay, well. And Albert's gonna return to work. And the 3 of them are going to go, my brain totally blanked. So you said, not a problem.
Yes,
Or
I said
you're
that they
gonna go
have.
and
I said that
okay.
they have no problem because obviously Albert remembers them. I mean, from an out of character standpoint, Everything is now suspicious. Why are these these people here? Why were they expecting me to be on a bus when I didn't call ahead of time? Why are people starting to forget things? But from an outward exterior perspective, best to give off the impression that there is no problem, so whatever the problem actually is doesn't focus on me as much.
Right. So I take it then you're going to accompany them into town.
No, I'm going to continue on my business. Their problem is probably connected to what I'm doing here, so I mean, unless they start fading away Marty McFly style, there's not much I can really do to help them.
They're not, but they're gonna be like, aren't you gonna help us, Dante?
I'm sorry, who are you?
We're your...
I'm sorry, that was a joke. That was a poorly timed joke.
Carmen will walk straight up to you and give you a punch on the shoulder.
Oh, God! Oh, Carmen, I am an old man. That was very rude.
Yeah, well, on the inside, you're still acting like a dumb little kid.
The dumb little kid that saved your life? God! You're like...
Yeah, well, you be less of a jerk about it.
You're built like a fucking athlete. Don't hit people.
Well, if I wouldn't have to, if you just didn't try to joke about it.
Look.
And she will, gently pat your shoulder instead.
Just stick around. Stay with Albert. He clearly remembers you. I'll come back later. Apparently we'll have dinner. And I will talk to you about everything that I know. Okay?
Alright, Dante. We'll just stay safe for now. And whenever you're ready to come talk with us, we'll be here. Or back at Albert's.
In the
We'll
meantime...
probably follow him home if you take too long.
In the meantime, each of you give me a penny.
Hmm?
A penny.
They kind of like start patting themselves down, and Clayton will put on like a handful of pennies.
No. One each. One from each of you. Not something you divide amongst yourselves now. I need a penny from each of you that you have on yourselves now, that you had on yourselves all day.
Alright. So Clayton will go ahead and pull out a handful of pennies and give you one. Roy is going to go ahead and hand you one as well. And Carmen is going to reach into your pockets and pull out a shiny button.
It's fine, that works.
That's all the change I found today.
That's fine, it works. This way, if I forget you, I will have change in my pocket that I do not be accounted for. I do not keep change in my pocket. This will confuse me, and I do not like to be confused. I will try to fix this confusion. Deal?
Alright. So I think I got most of that, but I will say you are starting to break up heavily, Theta.
Yeah, you're getting some pretty bad static.
Any better?
Seems like it for now.
The long and short, because what I said will be recorded on my side, no problem.
Yeah, so you're always going to be clear, but I think we're still getting static on your end at the very least.
I don't know why nothing has changed.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's one of those Discord mysteries. I guess we'll just continue for the moment. Alright, so you head into town. What is your goal? Where are you going?
Oh, I'm going to the forest.
Straight to the forest?
Straight to the forest.
Alright, where exactly in the forest are you going to try to go?
To a broken down shack.
Alright, so I'm going to ask, what skills do you have to find your way through the forest to a place you've been before?
What, you mean the place I've been to multiple times before?
Yes.
My memory.
Alright, so you have mind. Anything else you could possibly claim here? I'll give you a D8 for familiarity. I think
Literally,
that's the proper bonus.
The fact that it's a giant clearing in the middle of the woods that I've been to
Observation, then.
many times with many harrowing experiences to burn it right into my brain.
It is still a forest, and you can still get lost. So, mind, D8, and observation if you have any.
There's also many landmarks that I intimately remember because they are marked with axe swings.
Actually, make it 2d8. Go to give the roll.
Cool.
Okay. And that was with the additional 2d8, correct?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, that is still one success. That is enough not to get totally lost following a trail that is actually fairly well worn at this point. And you find your way to the clearing, and of all people, the Wanda.
Wait, what?
She is standing there next to the clearing, and next to her appears to be a gas can.
Wanda, what are you doing out here?
Oh, there you are, Oliver. I knew you'd be here.
Why? Why did you know I would be here?
What do you think?
I do not know. How about you explain this to me?
Because I saw a vision of it. I knew you'd be here. Oh, I guess you didn't bring your friends. Huh.
Wanda, what is going on?
It's the entity. I've been feeling it. I've been feeling tremors. Tremors in the ground. No one else really seems to think much of it. But I know what it has to be. It's still down there. I have to end it.
Yes, Wanda, we all know that it's still down there. We knew this when we left.
No, Dante, I think it's moving too.
See, it's a very large amount of space down there. If you recall, it's like a giant cavern. It's much bigger on the inside.
Well, I guess it must have a lot of space to move around then.
Yes, yes, very much so.
But have you noticed something strange out here?
I do not live here, you do.
Well, I've been out here for a few hours, but I haven't seen any flowers. And look, these trees. And she'll point them out to you. And they look, very gray. They're already dying. But do you know what I've seen around town? In the night?
No.
Some flowers. Orange ones, growing closer. And around that time, a fog starts to trail over the town too. I'm not sure exactly what it's doing, but I think it's moving.
I'm gonna give a long sigh. Say, Wanda, come with me. We need to take you back home. This is not good.
No, Dante, you have it, don't you? And she'll put both of her hands on your shoulders. You can make it come out of the ground. We can go down there. We can end this.
What, you and me?
Well, and she'll just sort of immediately stop and trail off. Yes?
A 17-year-old girl and a 54-year-old man are going to go underground and kill an insurmountable monster by themselves. What, me with a walking stick and you with a gas can?
Well, who else is going to do anything about it?
I will tell you this, certainly not the two of us alone.
I can't just stand around and do nothing, right?
Certainly not. At the same time, you do not wander out into the woods alone. I believe I told you this when I left last time.
I know what you said, she says as she crosses her arms. But you doesn't seem like you follow your own advice either.
I did not tell myself this.
Alright, I suppose that's fair for playing the game that way. But you still showed up, and I'm only out here because I knew you would be here.
But you did not know.
I did.
Did you tell a bunch of people to meet me at the bus?
No, I think they just saw where you were going to be too.
This I do not like.
Say that again?
This I do not like.
Oh, it's not like they're tracking your every movements anymore.
No, apparently just dreaming about them. This I like in a fan, not so
You
much.
can't blame them for being happy to see you.
It's not what they said. But they said people are forgetting them.
Have they?
Apparently.
I haven't really talked to anybody. And she'll just like start a bit.
Apparently your brother remembers them just fine, so I do not know.
Fortunately, you started to cut out everything from there.
Well, every time I start to talk, you start to talk, and we already know how that works.
I know. So, go ahead and say again.
I don't remember already.
That went through.
Say what?
Hello, test. You changed server.
Yeah,
how's this?
I don't know. You tell me. You all mostly sound fine to me. So
It still sounds like it's cutting off, but it's not getting the weird static anymore.
again, I don't know.
Go ahead and say what you were going to try to say.
I said I don't remember. I said I don't backlog things in my own brain that are coming out of my mouth.
Okay, so Wanda is going to say, have they been saying people forget them? I haven't really talked to anybody, and she's gonna rub her arm.
Your brother appears to remember them just fine.
Why would that be? What's different here?
I don't know. How about we go home?
Do you have any kind of plan?
I always have a plan.
She'll still sigh a little bit. It's like, yeah, of course you do.
One might say
Well, lead the way then.
it's my motto. Automatic D8, whatever I do next.
All right, so you can lead her back into town.
Right, where I will take her back home, and I will then make a phone call to Claudia Greystone, who will not pick up because she sleeps during the daytime.
No, I wake up for the black phone.
Right, your butler will come in and go, emergency call for you, ma'am. Sorry to wake you.
Well, I'll get the phone.
Wait, I am wondering now, does your staff know who you are?
The butler almost certainly does.
He probably figured out when I put it in the trophy room.
When he raised you from a small child.
Yeah, you know that butler that's skilled in battlefield medicine that's supposed to heal you? That's not my butler.
No, your butler is just good at managing the estate and doing business.
Oh my dear, it seems like you've cut another hole in your pants. Let me take care of that for you.
Yes. Also, you're wearing pants and a woman in the 1920s. What's wrong with you?
You're fired again.
All right. Before the loudness kicks in, what do you have, Dante? What's important?
There is strangeness afoot in Willow Springs. There is much to discuss. I believe you should come down.
On the one hand, this might be my actual chance to finally get Mr. Wonderful, which every woman in the world dreams of.
dear.
I think there's a new thing now where you can get Mr. Wonderful on the phone.
But
50
on the
cents
other
a
hand,
minute.
I did, I think to myself, I did talk you into doing something against your better judgment, and the entity is definitely evil. Do you want me to meet you in the forest?
I'm thinking for a moment, you've never been to Albert's house, so I guess I would meet you at the
You can
bus.
give me an address, I can find it.
Right, but I don't want to hang out on here either, so... maybe I will meet you at the bus station and we can discuss things there, or, at the food place that we went to before. It is very important and time sensitive, but at the same time we do not want to delve.
I'm on my way. I will go suit up and get my 1923 double engine moped right out there.
Yeah. All right.
It's
so
nighttime,
after
right?
No, it's probably afternoon now.
What the hell? I'll still do it.
Okay.
A
so you
woman
drive out
driving
to
a
Willow
bike.
Springs.
Gasp.
So fancy, so new, so modern.
She'll never
and
get
you
a
will
husband
arrive
that
at
way.
Willow Springs, and Dante, where are you waiting for her at?
As I said, the bus stop.
All right, so you are at the bus stop, the one just outside of town.
Wherever I get off the bus at.
All right. It looks like your other three friends are just sort of hanging around. And I'm sorry. And Claudia's bike will pull up. Go on then.
Stealthily.
You pull up like around the side, and Dante will like wander to that side of the building too.
Yeah. I mean, I have a moped because it's stealthy. And they're not yet in the United States. They're still a novelty.
Yeah, very Italian.
Yeah, but it's a British-made moped.
Is it? Okay. I thought the first mopeds were Italian.
No, the Vespas, the scooters are famous.
That's what I'm thinking of, yeah.
But by the time the 1950s rolls around, scooters are everywhere. Mopeds are still a novelty. I looked this up. I had to import this. They become a bigger deal, as usual, after World War II, after everybody sees them.
Yep, brings them home.
And because it's a mission of weirdness, I will bring the odd axe with me.
Yes, I'm taken aback seeing that you're riding a moped, carrying an axe.
Well, the axe is bundled up. It's not obvious.
Claudio, it's very nice that you could come.
Dante, I not only owe you a personal debt, I owe a debt to the world. What do you need?
You do not owe me a debt. The debt was repaid when you helped me retrieve my friends from the entity. Same as that my debt to you is repaid when we captured your friend? Cultist guy? Very confused on that point, but at the matter it's not.
Let's just say that we have history. Speak to me of this dilemma that taxes you so.
First, could you peek around the corner here and tell me if you remember the three youths that you see out there in front of the gas station?
You'll peer around the corner and you'll see the three of them just sort of like sitting on a milk crate outside.
Do I have any idea who these kids are?
Yes, you saw them deep underground when you rescued them.
Oh,
and then got knocked unconscious.
It looks like the children that we rescued. Are their souls gone and they're possessed soulless monsters? I say, getting my axe ready.
Peering around the corner, you see one of them start to choke when you say that.
I didn't realize we were within earshot.
You're not.
Oh, wow. They can hear us. They're monsters.
Well, they have some sort of vision of the things to come, and I guess things that are happening. They met me at the...
become a savage beating?
I don't know. Are they running away?
Nope, they're still sitting there.
Well, I guess if they know that's coming, I guess they think they can take you. Anyway,
To quote my idol Grunkle Stan, finally an excuse to punch teenager.
Anyway, they met me at the bus stop claiming that they knew I would be there, despite the fact that I came here without notifying anybody, including yourself.
Well, you already said that you knew I shouldn't go to the, to the new site that Osborne's at. 'Cause you knew I would die. People can predict the future all the time.
I said I had a bad feeling about this, that this would lead to death. I did not predict when and how you would arrive, as these did.
Oh, okay. Well, that's definitely weird. You brought me all the way out to the suburbs or all the way out to the sticks to tell me that people knew I would be here.
No, they knew I would be here. I knew you would be here because I called and you told me you would be coming. I did so in the traditional manner. They did so in the creepy manner.
Well, now that we've all creeped each other out, do you need me for something else, or can I get back to fighting crime?
I went back into the woods, back to the place of the old house. The entrance to the subterranean cavern used to be, yes, you remember?
I remember. How could I forget that fateful night? I will pause and look off into the distance and have a private flashback.
And here I will insert the entirety of episodes 3 and 4. As though it was yesterday. Anyway, Wanda was out there, and she described to me that the flowers are returning.
Huh.
They are returning back to the town, and with a dark mist with them.
Well, your plan to defoliate the forest sounds better and better.
Apparently she had that same plan. She was out there with a gas canister. The trees are dying. She claims that the monster is moving.
So you want it moving? So do you want to burn down the forest or what?
Well, if the creature is on the ground, I do not see how burning the forest will much help.
Okay. I guess we're going back to the plan of buying the whole place out and then paving over it.
I mean, do you want to do that? Is that something we could do?
I don't know. I doubt the forest is for sale, but I suppose we can make inquiries.
There was private property on there many times. If you remember the old... I don't know, we don't call them hippies in this time period.
Hillbillies.
Sadly, we call them gypsies in this time period, and that's not a term we should be using.
Well, the thing is, though, he wasn't a gypsy either, because he had a house. He was living there for long term.
There's a lot of other words we could be using, and we won't.
Like recluse.
The socio-anarchist that lived out there in the woods.
I agree. Let's, as much as it would be wonderful too, let's retain monetization and use recluse.
Let's stay monetized.
I mean, when I put gypsies into my backstory, nobody batted an eye.
Okay, so yeah, but you brought me all here to know these people predicted I would be here. I mean, like, I'm trying to figure out what you needed me for.
I did not want to go alone.
All right, I have your back.
But I mean, are you actually proposing to buy the entire forest and pave it?
Well, I guess we could.
Perhaps we could form some sort of long-term corporation, business, whose job is primarily to monitor the area so the creature does not escape, while at the same time having some sort of, I don't know, fake business front that earns money.
I suppose the rampant amount of child murder might lower the property value, making it easier to buy.
Probably, yes, I imagine this was true.
But can't this all wait until morning?
It's the middle of the day.
Fine. I will. I'll start making inquiries to find a good realtor and see if we can buy the land. I mean, you're a local to this place. You still have local area knowledge, right?
No.
No.
I mean, I left here when I was like 18, and now I've come back at 54. I thought selling back local area knowledge is probably a pretty safe bet.
No, I believe you. Okay. All right. I will make inquiries into seeing if we can acquire the land. But did you need me to help you fight a monster like right now?
Not that I can tell, but there are very strange occurrences going on. As I said, like people forgetting who people are. These kids have some sort of strange power to foresee things.
Man, you don't know how tempted I am to pick up a rock and throw it to see if they can dodge it. I am a horrible person. I'm going to put my hand on top of Dante's and say, Dante, you only, whatever it is you need, you only have to ask.
I need a couple of $100,000 to buy the land, develop a business that will long-term keep track of the monster to make sure it never escapes,
No, that sounds pretty good.
while at
I'm
the
gonna
same
make-
time self-perpetuating itself to make sure that the business that owns the company on top of the land never goes away in perpetuity, so the creature may never escape. I foresee nothing going wrong with this plan.
Okay, well, I'm going to go to a phone booth.
All right, there's a phone booth right around the corner.
I'm going to call James Green.
James Green, you're up.
I've probably gone back to my apartment at this moment.
Mr. Green, I have a job that is well suited to your personal talents.
And what is that?
What's the name of this forest again?
Willow Springs, and the forest was slightly different. Let me find it.
Willow Springs
Okay.
Forest.
James Green, there's been a lot of rumors from the locals surrounding
Cranberry Woods.
surrounding Cranberry Woods in Willow Springs. I'm convinced it's a scam to lower the property values. So by playing it up so that whoever holds it can sell it. I know that you're not only an experienced debunker, but you're also really good with research. You could find out if the property is for sale and who the agents are would sell it or who would stand to buy it, and also disprove this stupid rumor about a haunted woods once and for all. How does that sound?
I just bring a heavy sigh because I experienced the source. It's like, oh boy. I did not like where this is going, but I'm going, all right, I'll look into.
Submit if you have any clerk or assessor fees or any other expenses, keep your receipts and I'll reimburse you.
Uh-huh.
Excellent. Okay, so Dante, I have my best man on the case.
Very good. I
Now, you don't
imagine
need
if
me.
you need me again, I will be out here, waiting to hear back.
Keeping the vigil. Give me a phone number where I can check on you. Since this is the 1920s, it's usually a payphone that you'll hang out nearby or the phone of a business that you're at.
I guess I'd give him the phone number to the gas station, since Albert works there, and I'll be staying at
Right.
Albert's house.
Okay, I'll take that number. Now, if you excuse me, I'm off to go crash in a motel and then watch a bunch of people all night.
All right, so you're going to go ahead and head back. Dante, you are going to simply stay in town, correct?
Right. I also have to call Sal from the gas station phone to let him know where I can be reached in case I need to be informed of anything for the next performance that's going on, because I don't think I have a rehearsal for like a week. Because remember we
Yeah,
were...
sure thing, boss. And yeah, you have a schedule for Friday. It's only Tuesday. You got plenty of time. Do whatever you got to do out there.
Are you sure about that? I believe it was a week or at least 2 weeks, because Thurston had his own performance to be ready for.
Well, I'm looking at the schedule, and it says that you might have wanted to practice other things, but I think this Friday it says specifically bullet catch.
No, remember that Thurston has his own performance going on this week.
Yeah,
and
that's
that,
in 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, he has his own coming up really soon, and that we were going to
Oh
practice
yeah,
our thing.
Wednesday.
Yeah, we were going to practice our thing after his, as to not interfere with the setup that he had going on, because apparently he's doing something with fire or electricity now. I don't know.
Yeah, some kind of fireworks show, I think.
Right. And since we have a lot of equipment, we did not want to interfere with the setup and everything, so our stuff is coming near the end of the month.
Oh, by the way, boss, I hadn't seen Zamek around lately.
No, and the truck has mysteriously vanished, but I think that's probably a good thing.
Well, I mean, I guess if you say so.
Well,
And I always just worry if something might have happened to him, but it sounds like you feel he's okay. So I guess he is.
yeah, I like the trust that you have in me. At the same time, Zamek is a grown man. He is in charge of his own destiny.
Well, as long as he brings back some of the equipment.
And maybe a new act. Maybe he's finally practicing an act.
One can only hope, boss.
No, I do not hold much hope for him. Every time I tell him practice your act, and every time he tries to use magic instead of staged it.
Alright. So, Dante, you finish up some of your business. You were planning on just staying in town, not doing any further actions, right?
Right. Unless for some reason I find that there's a penny in my pocket and I don't know who it belongs to or how it got there.
Right. So far, yeah, you could just go and spend some time in town. Claudia's going back. James, you've been asked to research things.
And I am dreading it.
Yeah, so, what do you have to go research property values?
Is the library still old?
Yeah, of course it is.
But I assume I don't know if you go to the library or the Clerk County's assessor's office.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I know where to go for this kind of information?
Yeah, you're a detective, you're fine. You know where to go, but I guess that's also part of the check. This would obviously be mind and academics. Research would factor in. Is there anything else you think might assist you on this check?
Not that I know of.
Okay, let's go ahead and give it a go.
Athletics, mind.
Yeah,
Mind,
mind academics.
Already got the D12.
Yeah, that looks like 2 successes. Okay. So you do some research on Willow Springs and Cranberry Woods. You find out that the town was incorporated something like 50 years ago, or more than that. I got a timeline. It's not important. I'll get those details to you if you want. But the woods around them were bought up at some point by the Trikoga Local Environmentalist Union. And on some digging, it appears that union is actually owned by Trikoga University.
Oh
Just a
boy.
side note, at this time they wouldn't say environmentalist, they'd say conservationist.
Conservationist. There we go. That's a better one. I'm sure I had a different name at some point, but the point gets across, I think. So you find that they actually own quite a lot of the forest around Willow Springs. And it appears as if they exist specifically to stop development.
Hmm.
You
Huh.
know, to conserve nature.
Yes. That's interesting.
You do actually happen to find who might be involved on the list here, and it appears like a person named Olgat Noble, who you recognize the name of as being the dean of Trikoga University.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Am I done with my research?
Yes, you are.
I try to call Claudia again.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not in, so they'd have to leave a message.
Did they have recording for?
No, sir,
Yes,
it's just me.
Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
butler who has a pen and a pad and paper.
Okay. Could you put that sound? I found out
Yes.
who the. I found out who owns the land of Cranberry Woods. It's Triskoga. It's my old university, and one of the people who owns it is the dean, and I give him the name and stuff. It's the dean. That's all I need.
I see. Yes, I've written it down right here. I'll make sure Miss Greathouse knows this right away whenever she returns.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. So you've done your research, and Claudia, you are going to go out and do some damage.
Well, actually, no. Since I was warned, Dante warned me that if I go to the place, I'll be killed. So my plan is to not go inside. My plan is to go and stake the place out, see if I can find the car, see if I can find the barrel, see if they're doing anything, that sort of thing.
Okay, so you're going to go ahead and do stakeout. What do you have to perform a stakeout with?
I have evasion, observation, and endurance. Oh, and athletics. I'm willing to climb into high places to do it.
All right. I'll go ahead and give you a bonus for athletics, which will just be a D8 assistance, rather than having you roll to like climb to the top of a building or something. You
Sounds
can
good.
go ahead and roll mind, observation, and evasion for this, and you're going to be staking out for a while.
Mind, observation, and what was the third
Evasion.
thing? Evasion. Roger that, boss. All right. Huh. Okay. Mind, observation, evasion. Oh, and the bonus D8. So, yeah, I'm pretty good at this.
I'm gonna roll a couple dice in secret here.
I do not have a favorite use for observation. I'd like to choose one.
Okay, go ahead.
My favorite use will be crime.
Yeah, you can definitely reroll that here.
Not worth it.
Ah, dang it. But now you're better at spotting crime. That is still somewhere in the line of 4 successes right there.
It's like a professional crime fighter.
Indeed. And you get a wonderful perch directly over top of the lot. The lot is like very shallow and low to the ground, so you basically have full clearance of what's happening there. And you can see that a truck has actually moved up and is trying to load up from out of the warehouse. And it looks like there's some additional activity down there. You can actually see what must be Jennifer Osborne down there in her black dress, moving about and directing people. And it looks like at this point she's trying to move out, but you also notice that more things are moving in. But you can't
So
help
they're
but
moving-
feel. Yeah,
When
go
you
ahead.
say more things are moving in, you mean they're unloading boxes off a truck?
It looks like more people are going in, but more boxes are going out.
Weird.
And you can't help but get the feeling that when she turns her head around to look around the warehouse and then looks over in your building, that she stares a little bit too long before getting back to work as the sun starts to set and everything goes dark.
Yeah, whatever. I've got guts and disbelief. Stupid wizardry.
Regardless of that, the truck eventually is loaded up and is gone.
I'm
Jennifer is
pursuing
still on the premises.
I am pursuing the truck. Dante told me not to go inside. I'm not going inside.
All right, so you're going to go down on your truck and do pursuit. This is going to be observation, evasion, transport, and probably speed here, I think.
Makes sense? All right. Observation, which I have a lot of, specializing in crime.
Yeah.
Evasion and transport. Aha! I specialize in crime. Damn it!
The D4 does not quite help out
Only
there.
2 successes. I would be able to stealthily follow a casual driver, but a skilled driver might notice me.
Right. The people driving this do not seem like they are particularly skilled, but I'm going to go ahead and just double check that.
Yep. I did
Oh.
bring the stealth moped, so
I'm gonna have them roll. You do manage to go ahead and keep a pace. However, you will have to ride very closely behind them. And I'm looking for a name here. Hmm. Huh. Well, I can't really find the name. I'm
Well, I
gonna
got
remake
another
that name later, but they've actually come across to one of the larger buildings in the city, a residential skyscraper for very rich individuals, some of which you might even know. It is a very fancy place downtown that most people aren't allowed in, but this truck drives in to its underground parking complex.
Oh wow, what building is this?
I had a name for it before, unfortunately. I can't find it right offhand, but I will
Okay,
try to make
alright.
sure I have it.
Rich high rise. Gotcha. So then this is a residence.
That is correct.
Oh crap! Their entire modus operandi is burning down residential buildings, and the last thing I saw them do was siphon off a bunch of toxic waste. You guys are going full Tyler Durden here. I have to stop this before this becomes an internet meme. Before someone invents the internet.
Of course, quickly. What are you going to do?
I'll have to park the bike outside and follow them inside.
All right, so you're going to try to sneak inside. You get downstairs and you see that there is a good handful of intimidating-looking mice starting to unpack the car. The truck driver looks more like he's ready to serve you an ice cream soda.
It's these guys.
and-
I hate these guys. Evil. They have Mr. Wonderful and his evil ice cream men who dissolve citizenry.
But it appears that they are unloading the truck right now, and they're unloading a set of boxes about 2 meters tall and about a meter wide.
Okay. How many of them are there?
There are about 6 of them.
All right. I want to sneak up and take out the truck driver.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and have you roll speed, evasion, and fighting. The truck driver is the easiest person to take out. I'm gonna let you do it. All right.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him like a little bit of a chance here. He doesn't make it. He is a truck driver. What exactly do you do to him here?
It's sleeper hold.
All right, you put him to a sleeper hold. You drag him off to the side, and no one is any the wiser that he happens to be missing.
Truck keys are mine.
Sure are.
When I take the truck keys off him, I'll do a quick pat down. He's not heavy.
No, he's not. He did not actually have a gun on him.
All right. I want to go sneak up on the 6 mice. They're unloading the box.
Is correct.
How many of them how many are carrying the box and how many are just like observing?
It looks like about 4 of them are trying to unload the boxes and get them moved up towards the elevator. And 2 of them are actually on watch.
Okay. I want to sneak up behind one of the ones that's on watch.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that there's 6 mice here real quick.
Just want to make this real quick.
Cool. All right, so you're trying to sneak up on the ones on watch.
One of the ones on watch. I want to see how close I can get.
Okay, go ahead and give me a speed evasion.
Wow, 3 successes.
Yep, and there you just have to do mine.
He is on watch, but I have a feeling he might not.
Yeah, he's not going to be an 8 here.
That's probably, he has 2 successes. I only have 3. Would you? It's up to you whether the place is narrow enough that I could actually get like within close range, within 1 pace of him.
You could definitely get within near, but not within close.
Okay.
He is in the light without any cover necessarily directly adjacent to him.
Well, I'd like to produce a gun. And whistle. By the way, I can't whistle, so I wouldn't do this. To the guard, so he can like turn around and look at me, and because I want to scare the pants, I want to scare the crap out of him.
All right, he's going to turn around, and because he has focus and was trying to notice danger, he immediately whips his gun in your direction and will fire.
Well, I want to scare him. Is what I want to do.
He does have focus and can interrupt.
Not if I can scare him.
Sure, go ahead.
I mean, since I got within 3 paces, I want to reveal myself and whistle and say, "Hey, you've got some explaining to do, Mister."
All right, give it a go.
Gun out. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Here's his attempt to resist.
I'm gonna do a full Batman on him. All right, let's try not to suck at this. I'm actually not as scary as Batman.
It's okay. They aren't very scary either. Their best was a 4. Your best is an 8.
That's not enough to sweep, so I'm dazed. I only scare the first guy. There's still like 5 other guys.
That is right. I'm not going to call for an initiative here, I think.
I mean, that's my action. So reveal myself and yell at the guy so you guys can do stuff.
This guy, here's a commotion. He's going to go ahead and move closer with his focus. He's going to see you because you've exposed yourself. He's going to aim, and then he will fire a gun at you.
I will dodge.
All right, here comes. It was speed. Hold up, I'm just making sure what his gun had here. Oh, I've been rolling Jennifer here. That's why. Yeah, pocket pistol, speed mine shooting. He's got his ammunition, and he aimed. He got a 5. That did not hit you.
Nope.
And his ammo didn't dwindle just yet.
And the 4 guys with the box?
The 4 guys with the box. They are going to move and then guard. They are all staring at you now.
Well, did they drop the box?
They have. I have to determine their specific positions here. I'm going to say 2 of them have not dropped the box and are going to try pulling it into the elevator. And the other 2 are going to draw their weapon and then move closer.
Okay, how far am I from the elevator?
I'm going to say about 10 meters.
I'm going to make a mad dash for the elevator.
All right, so you are going to recover from being dazed.
Yep, and try to get in the elevator.
All right, give me a speed athletics roll to beat the elevator.
It's body speed in athletics.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks for correcting me.
No worries. That is 3 successes.
That is more than enough to beat an elevator with absolutely no safety features for closing on people. You are now in an elevator with 2 people going up.
Okay.
And given that they are point blank with you, they are still going to go ahead and... actually, can they just beat on you? Do they actually have that?
I would assume at some point they have to put the box down, and I'm guessing they're not just going to drop it.
Well, they're in the elevator, so they don't have to keep holding it, but they will go ahead and drop it, I think.
Well, right. I'm in other words, I'm thinking they would probably use an action to put it down because just dropping it might be dangerous.
Yeah, that would probably be good for them. They're going to go ahead and One of them is just going to guard. The other one is going to pull out his pistol.
So you put the box down and pull out a pistol.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to punch you.
All right, the one with the pistol or the one who's
Specifically, I'm going to
guarding?
aim and punch you.
Pistol guy, right?
Yes, the pistol guy.
Got it. So, of course, he has a pistol. He's going to counterattack.
I know. That's why I aimed first.
Shooting and ammunition.
Whew, it's pretty close. But that's still a win. In fact, that's a 2-point win. That is a 4-point. Is that a 4-point? Oh my god, that's a 4-point uppercut to your face.
Ouch. Let's go ahead and roll his body here. It's a 5-point uppercut. He's down for the count, period. Doesn't matter what else happens. That was
Right.
it. The other one is standing behind you, holding up his arms in front of his face. So that was 2 actions.
No, I had to aim and do that.
Yeah. So he's going to go ahead and he's not guarding anymore. He's going to go ahead and draw his gun, and he's just going to try to shoot you.
All right. I'll punch you too.
All right, taking the first one there for a 6 and a 5.
That is a crappy roll. I am going to go ahead and tap my personality, which is determined.
Yeah, you're about to take something like a
That's about like a 5-point hit, and I'm not taking that. That's an 11, which makes me punch you for 2 points of damage.
Hey, there you go. All right, so he's gonna try to soak just a little bit. Cool. He soaks 1, but then he has to go ahead and tap his panic.
Right.
So he is now panicked in an elevator with you.
On my turn, because I'm sick of this crap and I need him conscious, I'm going to attack him, which means you can counterattack me. I'm going to aim and attack. I'm going to rest away.
Okay, he's definitely going to counterattack. He's got a 6, and you got a 6.
He's
Simultaneous
got a 6
hit.
and I've got a 6. That's a tie. So he's going to shoot me.
Yep, 1 point of damage.
Let's see. 1 point of damage. Well, 2
Soaked.
points of damage, right?
It's damage 1 weapon.
Yeah, but he has 1 success, so it's +1.
Okay, cool. I thought it was with 0. So yeah, so 2 then.
Crap. I'm gonna tap Panic Soak, which will make me panicked, but I still won, so I got the gun. And when I get the gun from you, I inflict damage on you. I inflict no damage on you. I inflict a whopping 1 point of damage on you. So can you soak 1 point?
Let's find out. Yes, he can.
All right, I've got 2 guns. He's got nothing, but I'm panicked and can't leave the elevator.
And neither can he. The elevator is still going up. So that was your turn, right?
That was my turn.
Okay, it's his turn. He can't leave the elevator. He can't attack you. So he's gonna go ahead and try to negotiate with you. Say, hey, just I'll stop it at one of these floors. You can get off, all right, lady?
I just need to know what's in the box.
I don't know.
Where are you delivering it to?
One of the floors here.
I'll look at the. I'll risk glancing away from him to look at the instrument panel. Which room are we? Which floor are we going to?
You are going to floor number 14.
That's really floor number 13. They just don't number floor number 13.
But it is specifically labeled as the floor for a specific person. Let me go ahead and see which one it is. Where are you?
Gotta think. Losing my nerve.
It is labeled Patrick Walls.
I don't know who Patrick Walls is. My enemies list is getting too long.
Yeah, so come on. I told you what you want to know. Just take the guns and go. It's like $10 right there.
I'm
Maybe
not
12
after the
if you
money.
find the right guy.
You better scram, or you don't know what I'm capable of. And I guess I'm gonna have to trick him.
Go ahead.
Crap.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll. What is its resist trick?
I
Questioning?
believe it's speed, mind, and questioning.
Yeah, safe to say he doesn't have questioning. He's still gonna roll 2d6 here.
Yeah, he can see that I'm panicked.
Hey, I can see that wound over there in your chest. You're gonna have to put your hand on it eventually.
Don't come any closer. I've got the gun.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna move closer to this side of the wall here, over next to the door.
What's gonna happen when I shoot this box?
I don't know, it's a box. Didn't say it was dangerous.
But you can't move the box with only one guy. So when we get off the next floor, when we get off of the floor, you just better hightail it out of here.
Yeah, I ain't want to stay here any longer. And he's gonna go ahead and hit the door open button. It's going to stop at floor 7, and he's going to hop out and run.
Right, but eventually his buddies are going to be here. I'm gonna go ahead.
And you do have one groaning on the ground next to you still.
I'm gonna go ahead and jam the door with his body.
The door will occasionally try to close, hit him, and then reopen.
Crap! I need to open this box. Is it nailed wood?
Indeed, it is nailed shut.
And no one left behind a crowbar, did they? This guy doesn't have one.
Not on his person, no.
I am going to regret this so much. I'm gonna kick the box.
All right. Go ahead and roll me something like body, athletics, and fighting to just try to break it open. And it is a box, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a roll here. It is a really sturdy box. It gets a couple of splinters into you, soak exactly 1 damage.
God damn it.
All right. Your leather chaps managed to catch on to it. But you do break it open, and inside you see gold.
Gold?
Gold! The glimmer of gold, the obvious glimmer of real functional gold that only someone who is rich would immediately be aware of. But when you take a peek closer, it's not gold bars, it's a gold statue of a person?
Crap.
No,
Yeah.
it seems different than that. It looks like it's been bolted together. This is a terrible statue, especially if it's made out of gold.
I'm going to grab a statue and then I'm going to flee the building. I'll find the staircase and leave.
What do you have for dragging around a solid gold statue with you?
Wait. Sorry, I guess I thought statuette. It's one big gold statue.
It is a life-sized person, statue of a person.
No.
Bolted together.
I feel bad. Of all the things I expected to find here, it was not this. But it's got obvious rivets to bolt it together, huh?
Yeah. Almost seems like it's made to be obvious, like some kind of piece of machinery. Some artistic statement.
Some sort of stupid neo-realist futurism bull crap. I am so angry and confused right now. Can't think of anything else to do. At least they're not bombing the building, I tell myself. I'm gonna pull the fire alarm and leave.
All right. You start heading out the elevator, pull the fire alarm, and you are trying to make your way down. But before you're halfway down the hallway, you hear the box moving. And you see the golden person start to try to stand up. And it turns its head down the hallway towards you. And you can hear it say something.
I shoot it.
Go ahead and give me a roll. It is going to try to.
I love when it turns. Well, I don't need to be told twice. Bang. Holy crap! I might hit it.
All right, your bullet does in fact hit it dead on, and it ricochets against the metal, but it stumbles back. You have another action. Are you going to keep running?
You're not real gold. Real gold would have deformed under the impact.
That's your concern right now.
You caught it head on, though.
Leaving sounds like a good plan. So yeah, I'm gonna continue leaving.
All right, you head downstairs and leave the building via one of the side exits, not the main one where rich people are and will notice you. You are leaving before you see what that thing does.
I want to get to a phone.
All right, phone away.
Did Edmund or Zach leave the phone number for me?
Zach definitely did.
Yeah,
Hey,
Edmund, did you as well?
Zach definitely left a phone number for you.
I want to call the first one I can find and tell them I've got an exclusive story. There's something going down at there's a strange incident going down with a forbidden contraband package over at the high rise. I don't know more details, but you want to get there while the scoop is still good.
Zach's not actually a reporter. He's just posing as one.
Well, I think Edmund was the if Edmund's the
Yes.
reporter, I call Edmund.
Oh,
One of
yeah.
you was a reporter, right?
Yeah, Edmund was the reporter.
Yes.
Zach's
Then I
just
would
a
have
college
I
student.
would have called Edmund. I thought you were both reporters, but Edmund showed me his cred. So
Yeah. Zach was just posing as Edmund's intern to avoid suspicion.
Well, free ride to a rich person's house.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd pretend to be an intern for that.
hmm
So I'll call Edmund and tell him that he should get down here because something's going down.
Oh yes, I'm coming.
I mean, like, if you want to call Zach too, he'll probably tag along just because it's interesting. But
I
Well-
didn't get your number. We all gave our number to the
no, Zach.
I gave you my calling card, which has my special number on.
Yeah, Zach shared his contact info with everybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I'll just give the number, and then I'm actually fleeing the scene because I want an alibi. I don't want to be here.
Of course. But I do think this might be a very nice dramatic moment to end this session on.
Yes.
Okay,
And we'll go ahead and talk about that in a bit. So let's go ahead and go through mottos. Dante, what is your motto?
I always have a plan.
Excellent. Claudia.
Justice tempered by mercy. I didn't want to kill anybody.
James.
There's gotta be a logical explanation.
Edmund.
You could hide your dirty secret, but I will find it and I will take a picture of it.
And of course, Zechariah.
I won't let the people I love get hurt. Never again.
Excellent. All right. So everyone is going to get one experience for mottos and being here at the session, and we're going to go ahead and give one, of course, for doing our debrief here in a bit. I'm going to open up the debrief first with, did we accomplish any goals here?
I kind of was getting more information on the Lady in Black, but no.
I'm going to say you got closer to it. This would probably be a fine point to go ahead and hand it out to you. Did you feel like you were missing anything you particularly needed during this session? You actually have a car, don't you?
Yes.
And you're
Were you
also
the one Yeah, I
Yep.
want to interject here. Were you the one asking about another career?
That was me.
That was Zach. Okay, that was Zach. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually as part of your job, photography sounds like the thing to do, or maybe like artistry with like news reports.
I wouldn't mind doing photography if I had a choice.
Okay, go ahead and give yourself photography and clear that goal out.
Oh, thank
That's
you,
a-
thank you.
That was a quick gimme goal for the session to try to get you all in. So mission accomplished there. Zechariah, did you complete yours?
Investigate my strange dreams. I definitely feel like I got a lead towards that at least.
Yep, you definitely got closer to it. You'll probably still have to uncover more about it, but I'm going to give it to you because you participated in the session.
Okay.
You were thinking of just jumping straight to a brand new career?
I was thinking about jumping to parapsychologist, yes.
Do you have all the gifts for that?
Let's see here. Parapsychologist. Looking it up now. 'Cause I'm allowed to have a second career, correct?
Yeah,
Right.
whenever you want.
You just have
But
to have
before you
the.
buy-
You go ahead.
Yeah, before you buy a second career, you have to have all of the gifts the career starts with.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes they overlap. Like, for example, I had guts, which overlaps with several different careers, and disguise, which means I can
Okay.
become a
So
spy.
so I would actually have to take those. Okay. I would
Right. So
need
what two gifts does parapsychologist have?
diplomacy and research.
Right. So you'd have to buy both of those gifts before you're allowed to buy the career.
Well, you
Gotcha.
know what? You are a college student and you are diligent in your studies. Take research if you don't have it already.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Cool. I think that probably covers everything that actually got accomplished this session, though, right?
Well, because we're actively going against one of our goals now.
I know. So I guess we'll go ahead and debrief about that then. So I did manage to get the our two new characters introduced. They are at least related to the group and are slightly involved in the action. I had initially planned for the group to kind of go along their group goal, and that's where all my content was. And so I had to like improv a little bit with what I already planned out for what would happen in this section. If you all want, we could shift gears to this one as the thing this group is doing now, and return to the entity later if that's what you want. It seems like it's flowing more naturally to me.
I mean, I'm already here though.
I know, I feel so bad for Dante. I want to give Dante his final revenge here.
No, when I was saying that we were working against that goal, I meant the fact that the goal is stated as excavate and encounter the entity, and we were literally talking about burying it under concrete.
Oh yeah, that part is just hilarious, and I love it.
And forming a corporation to ensure the entity is stayed under there in perpetuity.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Look, it only has to work for another 20 to 30 years, and at which point I'll be dead of old age, and I don't really care anymore. But
And I look at you with disdain.
yeah, well, you can't read minds because I know you don't believe in it, so you don't have any idea what I'm thinking.
Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and ask a question for Edmund and Zechariah here. Did you two as players have fun here? Did you feel like you got enough screen time? I know after the first little bit, we kind of like shuffled away from you to try to make sure everything happens.
No,
But I
it's
do
like
hope you two had fun today.
no. I definitely had fun. I definitely plan on sitting in on future sessions if you'll have me.
Absolutely.
Oh yes, I've enjoyed myself a lot. This has been very awesome.
All right, and I'm hoping that if we stick around the city, we can go ahead and have some more fun with Mr. Wonderful and this little plot line we've shifted over to.
Of course.
So I'll go ahead and pose that as a group question. Do you want to make that your official group goal for the time being?
I mean, I'm okay with it. It's like Zach's pretty much going to pursue anything he feels is going to get him closer to learning the truth about what actually happened to his brother.
Yeah. Uh, What about you, Theta and Rafferty?
I'm along for the ride. This looks pretty cool.
All right, and EHH, you're cool too.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So, all we'll have to do is word the goal here properly. I'm gonna say, stop Mr. Wonderful's plot. You can go ahead and replace the 4x entity here, and we'll just get back to that at a later point.
Well, I don't know about most of you guys, but you have 3 goal slots.
Yeah.
And most
Yeah,
of
that's
us...
why we're taking away the current group goal, and we're just going to replace it for the
Well, that's
time
what I
being.
said. I think most of you probably don't have all 3 filled, right?
Yeah, I guess that's also a possibility.
And I don't know, does Urban Jungle still have the 3-goal cap?
I thought it did. Just assume.
I sort of have been operating on that assumption.
It's not a good idea to have too many goals because that just gets ridiculous. We call that the
Right, and I
borderline.
don't want to overload the players with like too many directions to go at once. And having the goals is a good way of saying like I've prepared in this direction today.
Right, it tells us what we are supposed to be doing.
Yeah. And so next time I can go ahead and prepare the Mr. Wonderful content that we have now had peaks at.
Damn you, Mr. Wonderful.
I'll go ahead and field like some questions. Do you guys have like any comments about like how things went or how things are going?
Okay, I did not expect the statue to come to life. So who's Mr. Wonderful again?
Mr. Wonderful is the first villain they encountered, wherein they had to deal with his company selling strange weaponry to gangsters, and then went and blew up his factory. They had a fight with his companion, Jennifer Osborne, who turned out to be a telekinetic witch.
You remember that fight that you didn't really like, EHH, with a doll on the roof?
A doll
on the roof. You said it went on too long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was part of that storyline.
Yeah, it hasn't come up that much, but from what we can gather, Mr. Wonderful is the leader of some sort of strange cult that are apparently murdering people in bizarre ways at the behest of their dark master.
Which
they also have a sales book. You can
they
check
also
out
have
the
a sales
catalog.
book where I don't know his real name. I just know him as Mr. Wonderful. This is complete and distinct from the other evil supernatural cult who are who are following the bidding of their dark masters to cause problems in the city.
Oh, the ones that kidnapped me and slit my throat.
Yeah, turned out that was a different cult. I thought it was the same. They had me fooled too. I thought it was the same one. Apparently, the city is infested with cults.
And I guess it's worth saying that's also distinct from the terrifying entity that loves to kidnap people underneath Willow Springs.
It's like,
multiple
any 3 of those could tie into what Zach's trying to find.
That's why I had to devote myself to fighting crime, especially weird crime.
So Ender, you did have like a wonderful backstory. If you could send me some of that in text for things that I need to prepare for, like your brother and where I ought to pretend he is, I'd love to have that, and I'll make sure I have stuff ready for you.
Sure. I'll try and type something out real quick for that. Within the next couple
no
of
rush.
days
You got a
there.
whole week.
Yeah, and like I said, like you have like my full artistic license to do whatever the heck you want with that.
Insert my evil laughter here. I had a friend once who said, "I'm gonna just be amnesia, and you can just decide everything my backstory." I'm just like, "All right, cool. You are actually going to be absolutely terrified." He ended up almost destroying the city.
Well then,
I mean, when you give somebody like the amnesia line, and you start saying like, "Well, the cops start looking at you weird," and be like, "Oh, I don't know anything about my character."
Yeah, be brought in on like charges like you never knew you had.
Yeah, it's every time somebody looks at you and then looks at you a second time with a confused look on their face, you have to start thinking, what did my character do?
Yeah. Why are you so nice? Why aren't you looking at me with? Why aren't you attacking me with murderous rage?
I mean, I do feel. I think it is funny, but I do feel bad that like I employ Mr. Green because he's so good at finding actual supernatural stuff.
I mean, he got proof of it twice.
I know, but he's a debunker, which makes this hilarious.
Yeah.
I feel like I definitely need to address James and his plotline at some point to give him like actual real people instead of only supernatural stuff,
Yeah.
so that you can actually debug them. But there's always the thing of like stuff keeps popping up. Yeah.
Yeah. My thing is that one of my friends or family members got conned by one at a moment of tragedy, and you know how that story goes.
Of
Yeah, and
course.
by the time they get found out, they've moved out of town.
I mean, I could predict your death for you, and then you could prove me wrong by not dying. How about that?
Nice. DM, I have a question for you.
Go right ahead.
You said I could have photography, right? I'm not seeing that as a gift. Is that something special, or?
I thought it was in there.
I think it's one of the specialty artistic gifts, but it gives you a D12 to any use of photography, which basically solves any skill problem.
Also, how much does it cost to get a second career?
It costs 10 experience points to get a second career, and you have to have the 2 gifts that the second career already has.
Right.
So
I
it'll
already
be easier
do.
to make it'll be easier to make a lateral move.
Right. Actually, I already do with reporter. I could be a writer.
And
right. I mean, the game's set up so like that any career move that makes kind of sense, like reporter to writer, it's an easy shift.
And it starts as a D4, and you get those 3 skills at D4.
Cool.
And to answer your question, it is called craft specialty photography.
Okay, I just wasn't
Photography
sure.
is our specialty here, then.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry about that.
It's all good. I was kind of wondering. I knew that was how it worked, but I also just kind of forgot. All right. So it sounds like we're all happy here. If we've got nothing else, we can go ahead and wrap up for tonight. And thank you all for coming. Glad to have you all here. Glad to see new players, and glad everyone is having fun. So we will catch you all next time.
Sorry, just one quick question. How many experience exactly is being awarded for this session, just so I can keep track of it?
2.
2. Gotcha.
Thank you. I was going to ask the same thing.
Yeah. To clarify, it's 1 point for reading off your motto, and another point for participating in the debriefing. It's basically 2 points per session.
Yeah, I usually preface it and hand it out beforehand just so that we can have the long talk.
Right. So that's 2 points. Now, you can sell back other gifts that you got. Like if you've decided that you don't want photography or something like that, you can later sell it back for 5 points. Buying a brand new gift costs 10 points.
Okay.
It will often happen in the game that we'll get gifts that that like local knowledge of this place or insider information with this cult that might not be useful to us anymore. So it's expected in the game that you'll often get gifts that you want to sell back.
Right. And we can't sell anything from our species, type, or career, right?
Yeah, I usually don't let people do that. It's up
Okay.
to the GM whether they want people to be able to do that or not. I don't recommend it because since this is a point-based game, often people will start to delete things that make like cultural sense about their character and become some sort of optimized killing machine.
Right.
And also we did optimize the careers, so pretty much you guys pick careers that have stuff that you guys actually care about.
Right.
Now, if you buy the gifts for a new career or the gifts for a new type, you can switch your type rather than buy a new type. So you just say, I'm not a reporter anymore, I'm a writer. And then you don't have to pay any points to buy a new career. You just change your career, and then you keep the gifts from the old one. You decide if you want to keep those or sell those off. So if
Fair
you want
enough.
to change your career, that's free. But if you want to buy a new career, that costs points. But if you buy a new career, you get more dice.
Gotcha. I was asking because I got coward from get-go, and I'm iffy about if he's a coward technically. That's the only reason.
Yeah, I also have coward because I'm a fox. But as you
Okay.
can see, I'm a strong-jawed hero, so I never sell it back.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I worry about. Some campaigns, they like the players to have full control. That's up to Griffin.
Okay. So I'm just want to run something by Griffin here. I have 4 XP. Would all of the running around Zach did today merit him purchasing another mark in endurance?
If you got experience, you can buy whatever you want with it.
Okay, I just know that like some DMs like to have like an RP reason for it. So
Nope, I am pretty okay with you buying whatever you want next.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
The game's pretty stingy about experience points for that reason. As they say, you can spend it on whatever you want, but you may notice we don't get a lot. A lot of it is usually selling stuff back, like in the game. Like I said, if we solve the Willow Springs mystery, we might get Insider with Willow Springs, which a lot of us might not need anymore after we're done with that. So it's expected that we'll sell it back for 5 experience points. That lets the GM give us stuff that we should have. Like if we went on a boating adventure, he might give us all boating because we were on a boat. And then we can decide if we want to keep it or not. So that gives the GM a little more hands-on control. So it's more of a carrot than a stick.
That's cool.
Gotcha.
Thank you, guys.
All right, then. All right, that's all I got for today. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for coming.
Okay, bye.
Alrighty.